press start and welcome back to the Smash Tournament. My name's Sky.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're gonna see Justin and Andrew face off.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we got a ban on Piranha Plant.
Are we nerfing Justin?
I can win no matter what character.
Okay.
Ooh, confidence.
I don't
Love to
actually
see
mean
it.
that. I have like six characters I know how to
We didn't
play.
actually introduce you to, so our two players are...
Hi, I'm Justin, by the way.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm the player that defeated Sky last round.
I've been playing a good amount of Game & Watch, so I'm feeling good about my Game & Watch, but that doesn't mean that I think I'm a shoe-in to win. Because I am going to try to go for a 9-hammer.
So Andrew's Akira, right?
That's Joker.
They're the same.
I think his first name's Persona, his last name's 5.
Yeah, that's exactly
yeah,
what
that's
his name is.
confirmation. Yeah, that's my bad.
this-
I've never played Persona. His
Holy
name
cow.
is Persona 5.
It's Persona 5.
But you can't recover
Ooh.
from that.
Side smash.
Things
Wonderful.
are getting tight.
Andrew having
I
a
love
stock
gambling.
advantage.
Viewers at home, gamble responsibly.
Do you know that 99% of gamblers stop right as they're about to hit it big?
That's true. It's the gambler's phylactery.
If you knew Persona lore, you'd know that that gun isn't real.
If you think about it, none of you are real. You're all figments of my imagination. You're weird
Oh,
people
don't
in
flatter
my-
yourself. You're
that
not a main
guy.
character.
You're not
I'm not a
that
main.
guy.
I'm not a main character. I'm just delusional.
Delulu
Oh,
is a
hits you with the
Delulu.
up smash.
Ooh,
That's
smashed against the
And
screen,
fi-
and
and
Andrew
Andrew
takes the first
won.
win.
Yeah.
But can
could've gotten me
Justin
out
take it
there.
in the
Yeah.
second round?
Will this be the
Late in the
first
game.
time we actually make it to the third round? Because we all only had 2 rounds so far in this tournament.
I'm hoping to make it to the third round.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
This-
I'm
I-
hoping as well.
We'll have to see.
So,
I'm kind of rooting against Andrew now. This
Things
is
have
personal.
changed.
This is personal.
I thought I
think
could
so.
gamble, but nothing showed up right, so I
or
now
maybe
have lost
Andrew will
mercy.
kill Justin.
Ooh, but it
the
wasn't
Thunder-
enough.
The Thunder did get a kill, but let's see if Justin can get him back.
Does lightning beat grass in Pokemon?
No.
I didn't think so.
If I make it to the losers bracket, you know, I'm hoping I can make it out of that, but we'll see, because there's some real heavy hitters in losers bracket.
Ooh.
And we have made it to the third round for the first time in the
third
tournament.
round.
And
I might go back to the plant. No, I'm gonna test my mettle with Lucario. I gotta prove myself that I'm more than just a plant gimmick. Editor, smash cut to me losing. No!
And that's game.
Justin is going to the...
I'm saying it here for
Yeah,
all of you right now,
jinxed
viewers at
yourself.
home. I am a plant main. I'm locking in for the rest of the match.
I know
It's all right.
last-
I'm gonna cry in the
I
bathroom
mean,
later.
last year I felt like I made the same mistake as well, where I
I'll
just
throw
accidentally
tissues.
fall over. So
Now we are going to
Multiverses.
have me face against Donovan.
Good luck.
All right, welcome back to another round of Smash Tourney. Today we got Donnie versus Jamie.
Yep, I'm Carson Zadroga.
And I'm Griffiny Brandon.
I'm Jamie, and I main Pokemon Trainer because Ivysaur is a weird character, and I like that.
I am Donovan, and I'm here.
Talk about
too.
your character choice, because you said you were going to throw a curveball.
My curveball is that I literally went into an hour before this. I went up this guy, no one. I said, pick one character.
Donovan is going to play as
Yes, Larry.
So we're playing Bowser Jr.
Larry's gonna have to come up with some more maneuvers if he's gonna do better than
Chat.
his other siblings.
Well,
I found the maneuvers.
yeah, found the maneuvers. And that's knock Charizard off a cliff.
Like Ivysaur, he's
be
my
a
least
hater.
favorite out of the 3. He's
He's
the
the
hardest
coolest.
one. He's the hardest one to use out of the 3.
Yeah, that's why I like him.
Donnie is really hanging in there,
Yeah,
man.
he's really hanging in there. He does have a good up special. if you ask
And
me.
all right.
Oh, never mind.
I got hit. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have this.
I
forgot about that.
Dude, did you see what happened with that cannonball?
Yeah.
And
that was
like
cool.
Ivysaur just fell into Donovan's trap.
That's kind of animal abuse if you ask me.
And Charizard.
Charizard.
Wow.
Dude, that's a lot of M lag. That was a lot of M lag. Yeah.
On the screen, but blue.
Squirrel just
And
got knocked out of
Squirrel
the
got
pole.
whoot by a Koopa Lane.
Damn. Confused
All
by
right.
it.
Choice 2. This is what Sky picked.
All right.
We're playing
Well,
Game & Watch.
Donovan is the game
We're
watch.
Now,
playing
Donnie,
Game
are
&
you
Watch.
good with
No.
Mr. Game & Watch?
Recently, I've had some experience with Game & Watch.
I have
All
none.
right, so it seems like Pokemon Trainer
This
or
is
Jamie
gonna-
might be ready.
But I'm gonna hit a 9.
A certain
This is
person-
for Justin.
Oh, now he's a
Item.
player.
Bro, I'm
I know,
playing
but
Game &
he's
Watch.
still
You
in
think
the
you can-
technically in the
And
game.
Squirrel just got
kill?
knocked
Okay.
out by Mr. Game & Watch. You know, you would expect the Pokemon trainer to, like, have all his Pokemon
That's
fully
a,
evolved
oh,
or
I
something.
thought you were gonna say him fight it yourself, and I'm like, that's a kid. That's just a regular kid.
That you guys are pretty evened out right now.
Bro, that has no end lag. What is this? What is this character? Why is this character
So,
activated my trap card?
come on, give him a Fire Dragon Blast. Oh,
And
damn
there
it.
goes Charizard.
Although technically in the Pokédex, he's called as a lizard with wings.
he's not even called a dragon.
Yeah, he's called
Oh my
Lizard with
gosh, I got the
wings.
9 again, and I didn't hit it.
Editor, put a picture of the
Oh, I
Pokédex
would
saying
not
that
be able to-
Charizard's a lizard with wings. Fire.
Could you SD for me, please?
No.
But what if you did?
And
Come on, Charizard.
Jamie, just ask.
That's not an option, though.
Unless they want to do a third round,
You
because I
wanna
don't
do
think
a third
anyone else
round?
is next.
Just for fun?
Sure.
Okay, because we do
All
only have
right.
2.
Even
should
though
both
Donnie's
do random.
Even though Donnie's declared the winner, we are just gonna do a round for
I'm picking
fun.
random.
And they're going to be random.
And we're doing the random
and let's
round.
see Jamie get.
I'm
Pokemon
going
Trainer
to
again.
try to redeem myself, even though it doesn't
And we
work.
got
Jamie got another Pokemon. Look at that. Yeah, what is Sun and Belmont again?
Like, he's
a
called the
vampire
winner.
hunter.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. No.
It is pretty cool, but ninjas though.
Ninjas are pretty cool. Sun and Belmont is very strong. So.
No, he's not strong. He just is obnoxious to fight.
Yeah.
He's just so obnoxious.
I guess you could say Ninja looks really washed up.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
and that was a good
Oh,
counter
come
strike.
on.
Oh,
Come on, Greninja,
quite a
throw
few good
haymakers.
counter strikes on Greninja's
Come
part.
on, ribbing your way to victory!
I tried. I wasn't good enough, guys.
Damien, you did a good job. I think he's probably moving to, the losers bracket.
Yeah.
So he does have a chance to recover.
Okay, and then next time we will see,
Bye,
we
have a
will
good
see each
time.
other.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Justin,
And I'm Griffin E. Brandon.
and today we're going to be talking about a game you may or may not have heard of, Team Fortress 2.
Otherwise known as TF2.
It came out in 2007, but we're going to try to convince you why it's worth playing in the modern day.
You see, TF2 is an FPS shooter that was created by Valve and it is on Steam, which is free to play, which is your first reason why you should play this. It's free.
Yep, it is a class-based first-person shooter. It's got a very strong art style. It doesn't cost you any money, and I'm guessing your computer can probably run it.
I want to say about how cool the classes and unique the classes are. Like each class is meant for any gamer of TF2. Like overall, my top 3 are the Scout, where you could just like run real fast. I prefer to be like in the offense position mostly, and Scout literally fits that perfectly with how fast he runs. And I like to use like scatter guns or any type of shotgun because it's like easy to use in TF2. And also for the other ones, I will also go with Soldier. If I get lazy with with using the scattergun or shotgun, I want to go full RPG. And I love doing the rocket jumps.
My top classes that I like playing are Engineer, who very defense type class. You build various buildings, including a sentry, that automatically targets enemies, a dispenser that gives people health and ammo, and teleporters that move people around. But, even though the buildings can't move with you, doesn't mean you can't move the buildings. And so I really like putting a normally defensive character in an offensive role. And I love that the game allows you to do that very easily. I feel like no matter what type of way you want to play the game, there's probably a class and a loadout that'll work well for you for that.
I want to quickly go back with the Scout on what else I like about him. The fact that he's able to double jump. I'm able to go in faraway places. So it's that not many classes can even jump far from. And also, I like that there's some weapons that can improve his stats, like the Atomizer, which is a bat that can let him jump 3 times. That's pretty unique. And my favorite weapon with the Scout is the Force in Nature, which is a short double barrel shotgun. It has a bigger recoil, so when you jump it has force, so when you shoot he gets moved back. I can use that as a 4th jump. Yeah, that's unique. But I'd also like the fact that Scout has the bonk, where he can whenever he drinks it, he can go really fast and be able to dodge anyone's attacks.
Yeah.
But what else I like to play as a Scout is this combo I do, where I use this bat called the Sandman, where you can hit a ball at someone, and when I do hit a ball at someone, I throw the cleaver and it instant kills them. And I think one of my favorite weapons from the Spy is the Dead Rainer. I love using it. I think it's way more useful than turning invisible, because whenever someone shoots you, you fake your death, but then you come back, and it even shows that it looks like you actually died. Your screen says this player killed you.
Yeah, I feel like that sort of leads well into something I really like about TF2, and that's that it's been around so long, and it comes from a time when I feel like companies were more willing to experiment with
Exactly.
more unconventional mechanics to add to their games. So things like being able to fake your death convincingly in things that they wouldn't, like, people wouldn't normally think to include, like the kill feed and things like that. Normally people would be like, in lore the character's faking their death, but really you use it more as an escape tool and things like that. With this, you get good at figuring that sort of thing out, but like the game is designed, like this tool is designed specifically for you to be able to fake it, not just get away. And I think that's really cool.
Exactly.
I think that a lot of the different classes have, like you've pointed out, a lot of different weapon options that, again, allow you to really customize how you play the game. You could take a character like the Demo Man, who normally just shoots a lot of explosives, and you can give him a shield and boots and a sword, and all of a sudden he's a knight charging across a field to, catch you in melee.
Exactly.
And I think that's really interesting.
And you also have like the medic who like shoots tons of needles at someone or just cuts people in half with his saw. But his most unique feature is using his medigun, which can heal people but also give them an uber charge, which makes them invincible, bulletproof. And I think that's honestly like a cool thing to add in like an FPS game, because you don't see that in like Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Yeah. I think also, beyond the gameplay, I think one of my favorite things about Team Fortress 2 is it has some of the best comedic writing I've ever seen in anything ever, honestly.
Honestly, like all the dialogue that each of the classes say, it's funny. Like for the Scout, you're like, I'm a freaking blur, or no. Grass grows, birds fly, sunshine, and brother, I hurt people. I'm a force of nature. If you grew up where I grew up, I will kill you.
Exactly. Like I feel like each of the classes have such distinct character to them. And I feel like they have because of that distinct character, they're able to play off of each other really well. And I think that leads to some of the best comedic writing in just anything ever. Because if you watch, like their short expiration date, there are very few animated shorts that I find quite as quotable as even just a single minute of expiration date. Things like Soldier saying, question. What's your question, Soldier? I teleported bread. How much bread? I have done nothing but teleport bread for the past 3 days.
Where is the bread?
The fact that he says that so upfront, with such sincerity, that is legitimately all he's been doing, because he would not lie to you about this. There's something wonderful about that.
I just love how Soldier is just a complete idiot in the whole TF2 world. And I think my favorite quote from Expiration Date would have to be, "This is a bucket. Dear God,
There's more.
there's more. No." That was probably It was so good.
The comics that they have, the tie-in comics, are also incredibly good.
I love the comics, and honestly, the lore it goes with it. Just
one of my favorite moments in any of the TF2 comics is this one bit where, a little bit of background. Pyro is a character where we never see their face and we don't know their gender. And so, while the rest of the cast is male, some people like to guess and sort of assume that Pyro is a woman.
And I can, and it kind of makes sense, because like there's like some parts in like TF2 where you see like girls' hats, and some of the cosmetics for Pyro are like hair, like girls' hair and such.
Pyro acts very effeminate. There's a lot of just interesting hints, all that kind of thing. But in this comic, they have found Amelia Earhart's crashed plane. It's unrelated to the rest of the plot, but they're there and they're looking at the stuff, and a bunch of bears show up because they're in like the Siberian tundra or whatever. And Soldier turns to Pyro and goes, "There's only 2 things that attract bears: honey and menstruating women." And he points at Pyro and he goes, "Pyro, somehow I always knew. Amelia Earhart's honey stock has killed us all." And the beautiful subversion of, it was not Pyro's a woman, It's that Amelia Earhart's secret stash of honey has killed them all. And the
Oh my
reveal
God.
of Amelia Earhart's secret honey stash is such a beautiful 1-2 comedic punch.
I love how throughout the entire like TF2 comics they give like punchlines for so many historical characters. But I want to quickly say for like one of my favorite bits in the TF2 comics is when Grayman tried to take over Manco, and like the moment he like put his hands on Saxton Hale's desk, they started burn because Saxton Hale's whole desk was just a grill, and he was just Saxton was just calmly explaining what. It's only natural to have a grill at your office when you're working hard as a mercenary owner.
Exactly.
And I love the way how Grayman takes over Manco. He doesn't fight Saxton Hale for it. No. He lets his niece do the hard working, Olivia Mann.
Exactly.
And Olivia Mann doesn't do anything to Saxton Hale. It doesn't hurt him at all, but Saxton Hale doesn't know what he can do.
Saxton Hale's too much of a gentleman to beat up an 11-year-old girl.
He was like, do I punch her, kick her, next step? And he just gives up Manco to Grayman. I'm like, I was just so lame.
I think, even going beyond the comics, there's other parts of TF2 that I think a lot of, people don't focus on as much with other games. A lot of games have iconic soundtracks, but I think TF2's is so thematically perfect for what it is.
Oh, sorry.
Because it's all jazz. It's all sort of spy jazz, because the game is set in, the 50s and 60s. And so, the art style is very much based off of that sort of thing as well. And so you get this wonderfully thematic, soundtrack that fits really well with the rest of the game.
That's what I love about like TF2 soundtrack the most. Like it's nothing else compared to like other FPS games. Like a lot of FPS games are either like dubstep or just intense rock and roll, but TF2 just got that classic jazz, and they make it like so good. Like it fits so well with the action and like the type of humor that TF2 has. And honestly, what I want to say about TF2's like art style, I love that it has like a cartoon like perspective, in my opinion. I think that's a good thing because it gives like people like so many. It can make like people can make like so many funny animations. Like like the animations from Pymations, like the TF2 ones, like beat the crazy scout like what no. Or and they did that like funny bits like slap my hand. Come on, go for it. They make like funny stuff, and also not to mention like other people have like made like animations in other games with TF2 content, like SFM and Gmod. For like Gmod, you have like El Toro 64 Russ, who makes just like the wackiest things ever. Like I said about making TF2 cartoony, he made TF2 literally cartoony in the wackiest way possible. Like Justin, what do you think about El Toro 64 Russ?
I think El Toro 64 Russ is fantastic. I think his animations are also a testament to the longevity of TF2. Realism doesn't age well. There are very few games that are, more than like, 10 years old that went for realism that looked good. TF2, again, came out in 2007, and it still looks amazing. And I think it's really cool that, El Toro 64 Russ is able to take these character models that we've seen for so long and just stretch them and morph them and push them to their absolute limits. And not only can we recognize what they are originally supposed to look like and what they are, but also that they still look good. You can take these characters and mush them around like Play-Doh and still
You also
out
had
with
like
a
smooth
good-looking
animation.
product.
Like the animation was like so clean and smooth. I loved it. But there's more than just El Toro 64 Russ. There's also this one YouTuber I like a lot called The Great Dictator, who created this like whole series for Gmod and TF2 called Team Neighborhood, where Team Red and Team Blue are neighbors. And I think that's very unique. It works out so well. It has like a mercenary sitcom kind of vibe.
Yeah. I think that's another thing that shows really why TF2 is worth playing. The community is still thriving. Like, it's a fun community to be a part of. I will say it can be a little rough around the edges.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. People can be pretty toxic.
People can be pretty toxic, but it's not nearly as bad as other games that I've played, you know?
Yeah.
Coming from someone who used to play League of Legends, TF2 is fantastic. You know?
yeah.
People are friendly, people are funny, there's a lot of good jokes, you know?
Honestly, TF2 is
Yeah.
like one of like the top 3 most played games I would ever play in like my spare time when I'm not doing anything. I want to go back to like the overall gameplay of TF2. My favorite game modes in TF2 are like capture the flag. It's like simple. All you have to do is take the intelligence and take to your base, and it goes so well with this one map I love the most out of all the maps. 2 Fort. It's just so basic and simple. It's just like easy to memorize. You know exactly where to camp as a sniper. You know exactly where to maneuver as a scout. You know exactly where to sneak as a spy. It just fits so well. And not to mention my other game mode is Payload. I think what I love about that one is how unique it is compared to all the other game modes, because when you're blue, you are trying to push a bomb into the red base, and when you're the red team, you're defending it. And I think that's unique. I don't really see that much in a lot. Not a lot of games have like this attack and defense sort of thing. I know.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like that's another thing that really, you know, it's another point in TF2's favor, is that it's a game that has, you know, it wants you to play it, but it doesn't want you to feel like you have to play it. It makes you, it wants you to feel like you want to play it. And so instead of having something like a battle pass or, you know, a rank system or something like that where you're, you know, getting rewards for constantly playing and all this kind of thing, there's not nearly as much pressure.
Yeah.
And so you get that casual feeling of being able to just hop into a match, you know, when you have, you know, an extra 20 minutes or something like that, and, you know, just have a good time. I think, you know, again, that's part of the reason why TF2 has such a good community, is that people can just jump into a match that, you know, they can just jump into a match and play, and they don't have to worry about, oh no, my rank is on the line. Oh no, you know, if I don't do this thing, I won't be able to get through the battle pass and get the skin I want, you know. If you want hats, which you know, can absolutely equip, people like to call this game a war-themed hat simulator, you can buy them, you can open cases for them, you can trade for them, but you don't need to play the game well to look good. You just need to play the game well to play the game well.
I think what I like the most about like the TF2 community, I make sure it gets toxic sometimes, but there's like a lot of people who are just like vibing and just like are cool to just chat with. A lot of like my online friends on Steam are actually like people I've met from the TF2 community, and I think that's a good type of feeling type of experience you can get from playing TF2. It's like you can make a lot of friends on Steam. And I want to quickly go back to like overall like animation a lot of people have made for TF2. There's this one that someone made in SFM, and it's known as Emesis Blue, and honestly it was like one of the best damn SFM animations I've ever seen in my life. It literally felt like a whole movie, like making like a goofy, wacky game like TF2 have like a dark, twisted lore. That's pretty genius. And like the whole overall thing with the respawn thing, I think I want to quickly say how I love how they like made the respawn part of the TF2 world, because like playing the game, there's like an actual room called the respawn.
Yeah, and I think you know, the fact that the fans are able to get together and do things like create a full-length movie really shows, you know, that TF2 is worth your time. Even if you don't end up liking it, it's worth it to check out.
It's definitely worth playing.
And that's about all the time we have for today.
I'm Griffin E. Brandon, representing for Builders League United, also known as Blue.
I'm Justin Brown, representing Reliable Excavation Demolition, and we hope to see you playing.
See ya.
Bye.